we are with a new guest on our show. It's NiCk ViViD. And
Hi.
you are like, I want to say a jack of all trades. Like, you do so many things. Can you just name on like one hand how many things you do?
5.
What are they?
Because that's how many fingers I have.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, I guess first and foremost, I have a recording studio right now. It's my main priority.
And where
in
is
life.
it?
That's on Orchard Street in Stanton.
In New York City.
Yeah, Lower East Side.
That's like a cool location.
Yeah, it's great.
Orchard and Stanton.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get better than that.
No, I really lucked out.
Yeah.
I was living in Bushwick. I'm from Bushwick.
That's even more hipster right now, right?
And the rents in Lower East Side are cheaper right now.
Bushwick is like the giant black. Oh, so now it's coming back to the Lower.
I think it's gonna.
Because everybody went out there, they didn't realize that. It's like, it reminds me of those cartoons. Remember, like, when the crowds would all get something, they'd go, shoo, 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 and then they'd go back, shoo, 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 shoo.
Right.
Oh, it's good to know the Lower East Side is going to be cool again.
Yeah.
Because everybody went to Bushwick.
Everybody went to Bushwick.
Oh my God,
yeah.
I love this.
They're going there right now.
See the tips you learn on, my kids love Bushwick.
Yeah.
They all want to live there.
Yeah, it's all right. I live right next to a train though, so
that's even better.
Well, not really. When you're a sound engineer at night, when the train's outside your window,
right?
Not so much
And
fun.
everybody's migrating to Bushwick, so it's safe there now, though.
Yeah, in pockets. Yeah, there's pockets of safety over there. Yeah.
Okay, so then you found a cheaper location on the Lower East Side. Who would think? On Orchard and Stanton.
Right, next to like 5 music venues. Yeah.
Yeah, like all of them are right there.
They're like
they're
all within
there.
like a 2-minute walk.
Yeah, pianos, living room. I heard living room is closing though.
Yeah, I think they just got an extension, but that could be wrong.
That's good.
That may have been a rumor.
So Arlene's is right there.
Arlene's, yeah.
Mercury Lounge is pretty close.
Rockwood Music Hall.
Rockwood took over, man.
Yeah.
They really have.
Tammany Hall's there.
Tammany Hall. Yeah.
And then they just opened the Slipper Room right across the street from me. They reopened
Oh, they moved?
Well, there's the same location. They just rebuilt the building, but they're on the second floor. It's beautiful.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, they moved upstairs?
Yeah. No, actually, there are 2 floors. Second and third floor. They have like a mezzanine. And it's a beautiful setup in there. I went in there a few weeks ago.
That's cool, because they do burlesque and all those pretty things too. So.
Yeah.
All right, so you're recording. So what's the name of it?
Recording studio. It's NiCk ViViD's.
Okay.
Just kept it simple. And then I've got a small record label called Mega Platinum. It's got international distribution like through iTunes and all that.
Cool.
All the digital distro.
And how many artists are on it?
It's just me and friends. I don't really. It's kind of a thing where if I have friends who need their stuff put out and they don't know how to do it, I'll help them, and then just like whenever money comes in, and be like, here's a check.
Nice.
And then
who does the promoting?
Just me. It's all very grassroots. Very word of mouth. And
I don't understand why the whole world just can't be one grassroots.
I know, it'd be nice.
I know.
Well, speaking of promoting, yesterday we released rew-who-nyc's new album.
Nice.
And they're doing a release party Saturday at Trash Bar, so everybody should go.
In Brooklyn?
In Brooklyn. And then, there's the label, and then I have a new band called Fraulein that I started, which is mostly like a solo studio
project. Now, Fraulein,
project.
isn't that like me?
Yeah, means lady.
Right?
Yeah. Why'd you pick that name? Do you speak
Dutch?
Dutch?
No, I'm of German descent, but I don't speak any German. My favorite band is Kiss. My favorite.
Now Kiss, yes,
and
Kiss.
Queen, and I always like these really
like
really,
one word.
One word, but it's a very harsh word that's sounding, but of a very feminine thing, and I always like the duality there.
I love the word Fraulein.
Yeah, it's just like very like Fraulein.
Not much in German sounds gentle, so.
Did you ever see like old Shirley Temple movies?
No.
There was frequently a Fraulein.
Yeah?
Yes, because she was always in an orphanage, or always like this poor kid in some rich house, and there was always a Fraulein. I pictured the Fraulein, you know?
No. I took German class in high school and failed that, and my teacher was Fraulein Richter. But that's as close as I've ever come to knowing a real Fraulein.
Yeah. So Kiss, back to Kiss. Today was the day that Kiss had their first concert in Queens, New York in 1973.
Yeah, I'm a big Kiss head and archivist as well. Like, that's just on the side. That's not professional. I did some work that ended up on Kissology, the DVD series, but for the most part, it's just like me and a couple friends. We kind of.
How many times have you seen them play?
maybe like 7 or 8. Not a whole
Wow,
lot.
that's a lot.
Is your work with them what turned you on to them? Because they came out when I was a kid. When I was in
Yeah,
high school.
right. Yeah, same. When I was 5 years old, I got my first Kiss record.
Right.
The kids down the street with like the Kiss baseball cards, and I brought them over, and I was like, "What's this?" You know, and from there it was a love. You know.
So why are they not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I think
What is up with
it's
that?
politics.
Why though? I don't,
There's
what
people-
makes it? I don't really get it.
There's people who don't like them.
Why?
They personally don't like them because they didn't.
They're jealous?
Yeah, they didn't give them free tickets at one point.
You think that's it?
Yeah, probably.
I think it's an argument over musicality over showmanship.
No.
I don't know
I think it's totally
no,
politics.
I mean-
It's
I
personal.
love Kiss. I'm not
It's
saying that. I was a Kiss
Oh,
Zeppelin before the
I'm
whole
sure.
line.
It's not even about that, but like, I mean, not for anything, and don't get me wrong, and I love James Taylor, but like, he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's not rock and
That's
roll.
what I mean, and I love him, but like, Kiss is rock and roll.
Yeah.
I don't get Madonna is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You know, it's not even about taste. It's just why is it called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
It's a little boys
Kiss.
club. and
Even if I
it's,
hated
you know.
Kiss, which I don't, but like, I don't get it. But my parents this year, they went to a Halloween party and they weren't going to go, and they went, and so they just bought these masks. And they got there, they didn't even know what they were. And they told me the next day, they're like, we went to this party and we were wearing these masks we just bought because we needed costumes. And people were like, oh my God, you're Kiss.
Right.
I know. I can't.
What, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley?
There were 2 of them. I don't even know. So, I mean, they go down legend.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, okay, what else? So how many things was that? Like
That
5?
was 3.
That was 3?
Yeah, he's
Recording
four.
studio.
And the
Singer.
music publisher and
Album.
album. Kiss.
Kiss. 4.
Okay, that's 4.
One more.
No,
You repair stuff.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I should know this. I came here to promote. I also do repairs during the day, guitars.
For guitar.
Guitars and basses and pedals and amplifiers, things
Now,
like that.
how'd you learn to do all this?
My dad's a repairman, an electronics guy back at home in Buffalo, and I grew up working at his TV shop. And I repaired like hundreds of VCRs.
Wow. So you're not afraid to dig into wires?
No, I'm still learning a lot about it.
Handy skills to have as a studio owner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put in a pickup on a guitar. Or something
Yeah,
like
pretty
that.
much everything in my studio I've had my hands in and modified and worked on and repaired.
Save you some money, do it yourself. Get it your way.
Yeah.
So would you know which wire to cut?
It depends on the
The
situation.
blue wire. The blue wire. Don't touch the red wire.
Is it really?
Green is sometimes a safe bet.
Really?
Yeah, green is sometimes a safe
To
bet.
cut or to not?
Yeah,
cut?
why not? It's not red or black, so it's okay.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
see?
So
Go ahead and do that.
Using a bomb here.
I know, that's what I'm thinking, of course. The regular wire.
Yeah, there's a wristwatch attached to it.
It's like cut the green wire and then cross the yellow and the
Blue,
purple.
no red.
I know. So, Man of War, you said. Is that the band that just...
No.
What's their name?
What?
What just
They're
released?
still good.
Oh, World War IX.
World War IX.
I didn't put out the last Man of War record.
I'm thinking Man of
It's a whole
World
different-
War
It's a whole
IX.
different band.
Well, there was Man of World War.
Man of World Wars.
IX. There was a war in it, so
Yeah,
I caught that. So
yeah,
World War IX.
Punk band, they've been around for like over like
That's
a
an
decade
awesome
now.
name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've been
about-
around
Awesome
for a
name
long
of the band.
time.
Yeah.
Done a lot of things, and so yeah, I'm thrilled to be working with them. Recorded their record September at my studio, and then put it out on Tuesday, and then release party on Saturday.
Wow, and where's that?
Trash Bar.
And
Oh,
that's
right,
under
you said
label.
that already.
Yeah.
Duh.
And that's
Exactly.
his label?
Yeah.
Mega
Fraulein is his band.
Fraulein.
Fraulein.
Fraulein on that label too.
Yeah.
Mega Platinum Records is the label.
Mega
MegaPlatinum.net,
Mega
Fraulein.theband.com, NiCkViViD.com.
We'll confuse you.
And no, I think that's it. Those are the URLs in question.
So what is the best website for everyone to find it? NiCkViViD.com.
Yeah, NiCkViViD.com will lead you everywhere.
Yeah, it does.
Mhm.
So NiCkViViD.com. What brought you to New York City?
Just wanting to do something in music. I wanted to be a rock star for sure, like
Well, you
everybody.
look
but-
like you could be one.
Yeah, I had that going for me at least. Success never happened, but whatever. I'm
But
doing what I love to
you're
do.
not done yet.
No, by no means. No, but I thought like I'd get here and like in 3 weeks I'd have.
Yeah, the big-
I'd have it happening.
Right,
You know?
yeah, it's
And,
harder than it looks, right?
Yeah, but I think that kind of delusional motivation is what you need to.
I
kind of go
always
through
say
it,
I'm
you
an
know?
optimist or I live in total
It's never too
delusion.
late.
I
Yeah,
always,
it's never too late.
it's never
Yeah,
too
but like,
late
you know,
to-
I've been here 10 years now, and you know, I'm pretty proud of what I've done so
Sounds
far.
like a
Of
lot.
course. Yeah, you've done a lot, but as far as living your dream, you always go for it.
Yeah, and I'm living it right now
Yes,
to a large
absolutely.
degree.
You
I make my
don't sound
living.
enough to me.
I make my
Hello?
living doing
Now
music.
you're loud.
Now I'm the voice of
Yeah.
I make a living doing music
That's
and working
awesome.
on
Of
music.
course,
So
of course.
that's what's important.
So do you miss Buffalo at all?
I go back and visit my family. I miss my family, of course, all the
Aw,
time. I
that's
go
nice.
go back and visit them.
Do they come visit you?
My mom will come visit every once in a while. Yeah, like once every year or so. Yeah.
So do you have a skeleton from your closet,
Oh,
something
no.
your mother doesn't know? It is
But she will find out.
I know.
And,
I'm a big fan of chocolate croissants. Good thing I was up early.
Yeah.
So I can still get one. Well, it's actually a skeleton my mom does know, but I was thinking about it. Is it okay if it's one that my mom?
Yeah.
There's a skeleton on my girlfriend's phone of a photo of me from when I was 5 years old that I am truly embarrassed by, where I was in the
Sexting?
I was
At 5? Rewind.
Well, I mean
no,
now.
it's probably very
That's
innocent, but she thinks all this stuff's very cute. So like,
Were you naked?
No, but I'm in my underoos in
Ah,
the
so that's-
driveway.
I'd rather be
Little
naked than
Superman,
in underoos.
Yeah, a little Superman pose, and it's in her phone and ready to be seen at any given time by anybody. And
So it's not on like Twitter and Facebook
I hope
yet?
not. Yes. Good thing she's not a big fan of Facebook.
Oh, she's not?
Yeah, is that a good enough skeleton or?
That's
That passes.
I couldn't think of anything
No,
else.
that works.
All right. Yes.
So, what other shout-outs? And do you have any gigs coming up?
Me personally, no. Frauen's been studio creation mostly, so putting a band together for it. It's like my 70s rock fantasy record. So there's like multi-layered guitars and vocals.
Do you
and
play it all?
I play everything on it. And the idea, if I ever pulled it off live, I would need like numerous musicians.
Do you like
Long
Frank Zappa?
solos and stuff like that.
I hugely respect Frank Zappa. I was never a huge fan.
Yeah, I just
but-
felt that for a second.
Yeah, for sure. I identify with him as a
Yeah.
person and his mindset and his
Yeah.
way of looking at things, of course.
Because he was just a brilliant creator.
Yeah, genius. And he, I like how he always would break the rules. you
Yeah.
know? And he thought his rules to himself, he stuck by them. He was a man of great integrity.
I
and
agree.
that always appealed to me in any of my heroes.
Yeah.
Integrity is
Who else
key.
are some heroes of yours?
Musically or
Either
personally?
way.
No, boy. You put me on the spot. I can't think. I'm blanking.
Yeah,
Your
all right.
mom.
Well, you'll get one.
Your mom, maybe.
No, my parents, of course.
Yes.
And my favorite guitar player is Ace Frehley of Kiss, of
Kiss.
course. Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, it always goes back to Kiss.
We have a guitar player named Len D'Alessio that plays with us sometimes, who's photographed endless Kiss.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, he's amazing. And do you know
I
Len?
well, I don't know him personally. I know his work though.
Yeah.
I've seen his photos. Yeah.
Incredible.
They're amazing.
He was just with Kiss this summer.
Mhm.
He's with them a lot, and I know I've seen more Kiss photos with him than ever before. But do you have any funny Kiss moments?
Kiss moments.
I mean, I used to work at the Ritz,
Mhm.
so I was actually in their sound check,
Okay.
and I'll tell you, Gene Simmons does that tongue thing anytime.
Anytime.
He doesn't stop.
On demand.
There were like 3 people in the room, and he's just, I know. He's hilarious.
I will give one word of advice. Don't get stoned and walk into a Kiss convention. It's the
Oh,
most surreal thing you'll ever see. in
What
your life.
happened?
Well, it's just like Kiss everywhere. I mean,
Like
it's
dressed
no, just like, yeah, people dressed up.
Star
and, like,
Trekkies or Kiss.
right, Kiss fans, and then like merchandise and memorabilia, and every 2 feet it's a face, and it's like.
So what do you think, like,
Don't ever do that.
So what do you
That
think
should've
about
been
them
discovered.
when they
Most paranoid
lost the makeup and then when they put it back on? Do you think?
What
do you
about
think,
it?
Like, do you think that did anything?
Well, it kept them alive. You have to always reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
And that was the smartest move they could have made at those times. I mean, that's the reason they're still around, really, is because they were willing to do things like that.
To put it back on.
Yeah, and it was a good business decision. Maybe not personally for them as people, is always what they wanted to do, but they knew for the sake of their career, it was the smartest decision to make at the time.
You can get a Kiss casket.
Kiss casket, yes.
But they're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Go figure.
I think they're actually
Do you
ice
have any
cool. I think they're
last
actually beer
shout-outs?
coolers.
Any last
Yeah.
shout outs? I just like to say, if you need your stuff fixed, come to my studio. If you need your band recorded, I have analog gear, and
catalog.
Yeah, check out the Fraulein record. Comes out February 12th.
And we'll have it all on our rew-who page too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll be
Very nice.
back. We got lots more.